guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm super excited to share with you guys a product that I just got. I literally just got it in the mail and I am so excited. So if you are in the nail world, a lot of you guys already know who Amy's Clients is. She is a huge inspiration in the nail world and she has her own website and stuff like that, her own Instagram. I'll put all her information. But she came out with a paint and patting gel palette. It is just the most beautiful thing ever and I just knew I had to get it. As I'm recording this palette is out of stock. I don't know when she's going to drop it again. It seems like she does it every few months or something like that. So if you are interested, make sure that you're following up with her because once it drops, it's literally gone. I purchased this palette back in July and it's August now. So it took about a month to get here. I'm assuming it takes a while because maybe they are all like handmade. I'm not sure, or they're like made to order. I really don't know the full background of it. It does say that they are made in Canada, so that might be why. Like I said, it could just be being made to order or something like that, or they just have a ton of people ordering it. So I got the palette. It also comes with these little sponges here. If you like to do padding style like ombre on nails, these little sponges come in handy. I have a bunch of these. They did provide some here, but you can get a big bag of these on like Shein and Amazon and stuff like that. It also comes with her card. It says Amy's Clients on the front, and then it has some of her information here. So if you guys want to go and check them out, please make sure that you do. Her nail art is absolutely beautiful. I love when she posts content on TikTok and Instagram. Like, I'm always blown away. I wish that I had those skills. This is what you get when you order it. You get the thank you card, you get the palette, and then you get some sponges. So what you've been waiting for is the palette. So the palette is a nice wooden palette. It's actually very sturdy. For some reason I thought it was a little bit bigger, but I'm glad that it's not because I am like overcrowded with nail stuff. I really just don't have the space for more stuff. And this is something that you probably want to have sitting on top of your desk or in a drawer, like sitting upright. So it has about 2 ounces of product in here. It comes with a little latch here that you can open like this, and then when you open it, you have this beautiful palette. So it definitely seems like the box might be like a handmade type of thing or like a DIY project type of thing because it's kind of perfect for the amount. But obviously I don't know like the whole making process of this. It would be cool to know it, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of people make their own DIY patting gel palettes like this, and they do sell some other ones as well. So some key things are price. This palette is a little bit expensive. It does cost $125 USD. This is a Canadian based business, so Canada people, it's going to cost different. I don't know the exact because the website comes up in USD for me. So this is the classic palette. It comes with 58 colors and these are all 1 gram each. So it does look like it's not a lot of product, but you have to understand the difference between patting gel and the difference between gel polish. So patting gel is very, very thick. You only need to be using a little bit at a time because since it's so thick, it'll just keep building up. So you only need to use a little bit, and a lot of nail techs use these type of palettes and it lasts them a really long time. So if you are a nail tech, definitely would recommend something like this. But if you are also somebody who does nails at home, this is overall just a great palette to have because there's tons of colors. You can mix colors. I feel like you can do a lot with this. This palette is HEMA free and TPO free. It's also vegan and cruelty free. And I do want to just read a few things about the palette that they have on the website. So it says that each palette is crafted for versatility. This palette is perfect for intricate nail art and smooth gradient designs. The thick non-wipe formula allows for effortless patting and blending. Chrome powders can be applied directly to the non-wipe surface, ideally for small details. To achieve flawless ombre or aura effects, we recommend using a dense makeup sponge to avoid excess product absorption. Regular sponges will not work. And they have regular sponges will not work in like bold and uppercase. So they want you guys to really know that. And it does say that each palette is hand filled in Canada, so that is probably why it takes so long. On the top of the palette, it does have some instructions or some tips here. And it also has all the shade numbers here as well. So like I said, you get 58 and the 56 are the colors, and then you get a white and a black. So it does come with a film on top. Personally, I think I'm going to try my best to keep the film. So whenever I'm not using it, I'll just put the film back on. But let's go ahead and peel this off. It's always so satisfying peeling off plastic. So I have to say I'm actually very impressed because this palette is shipped, and the fact that none of these gels have like spilled out or anything really shows you how thick this gel is. So even flipping it upside down, nothing is really happening because they're just so thick. So it is shipped exactly like this, just with the film on top, and it's just placed in a box. I was super worried because I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be tossed around in the mail, but it seems like she really got the formula down here. I would assume that there is no shipping issues. However, I feel like it still would have been safe to probably individually seal all of these. That would take a lot of time, yes, but you just never know sometimes with shipping, especially with how mail carriers are. I own a small business myself, and they definitely do just toss your packages around all the time, step on them, flip them upside down. It is just something that they do. Even though mine showed up perfect, I don't know if everybody's has showed up perfect or if there are some key issues there, but I think if she is to continue reworking this, I would suggest individually sealing the top with like a sticker or something like that, just for safety wise. So here's all the colors here. Like I said, we have up to 56, and then we have a white and a black. So I'm glad that there is a white and a black here, because it is so annoying trying to do ombre with a white gel polish because sometimes they're just not opaque enough. So super excited for this. And then you have two blank ones here. So I guess if you want to make a custom color that you really like use all the time, you can just make it and put it in here. I'm assuming that's what it's for. I don't really know, but we'll see. Just want to give you guys a little bit of an up close of the gels. The colors are really nice, and like I said, you can definitely mix colors to get the color that you're looking for if you feel that you can't find a certain color in here, because just looking at it, a lot of the colors are kind of neutral or like muted. I know that she has another palette which is all neon, so if you're looking for like neons, definitely check out that one. It's a little bit smaller. So let's do a little bit of swatching here. So like I said, you only need a little bit of amount, and every time I've seen her use it or other people use it, they take like a brush or like a cuticle stick like this, and they just take a little bit, they just put it on like a piece of paper or like your, you know, your blending plate or whatever it's called, and they go from there. Let's pick a random color like this blue color. So let's see. So as you can see, it is very, very thick. And that's why I was saying you definitely only need a little bit. So you can see that there is like a glob of it at the end, but it's not moving. That's how thick it is. Whenever I am doing nail art or blending colors and stuff, I have been using these little nail art sheets. All right, so put the color down, and she is thick, honey. Then you'll use your little sponge. You can use the sponge with just your hand, or you can use a tool like this. I got this little tool from Shein a little while ago, and you just like do like that. All right, so in the little instructions in the palette, it does say to use a little bit at a time, blend desired color out on a palette or a sheet first before application. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. So you're just gonna grab some like this. Here is what we got, and then kind of just dab it out first, because you don't want it to be too much on the nail right away. As you can see, it is very nice. So let's go ahead and put some on a nail. Just gonna do a couple swatches, but I'm gonna do them on this clear tip. Just want to see. So even though I patted a lot of it off, it still is showing up really well on the nail, especially because this is a clear nail. So this is super, super pigmented. I feel like you can do a lot with this. So in between your layers, you should cure it before adding a new one. So it doesn't say anything about cure time, so I'm just gonna do 30 seconds. So let's go in with a little bit more. And you can really see now that color is like really building up. This makes doing ombre very easy and like effortless, honestly. So if you are still using an airbrush, please consider switching, because patting gel just makes it so much easier. This is what we got after 2 layers. I'm not trying to be like perfect or, you know, do a design or anything. I just want to show you guys the coverage. This is only 2 layers, and if you really want to do more, you can. But I think that this looks beautiful. Like I said, even after patting away a lot of the color, you still have so much on the sponge. It looks beautiful. So super excited about that. Let's do like a more natural color. Let's try this one. Just gonna lay it out on the little pad, and I'm just going to flip my sponge to the other side. So remember, I am using a clear tip. If I was using a tip that already had like a base color on it, I'm sure that these would pop a lot, but I wanted to do it on clear so that we can like accurately see the colors, you know what I mean? I'm actually glad that there is a lot of neutral colors in here, because sometimes when you have your base color and you don't want to do too many coats of it, you can hide that line in the middle using the padding gel. So a lot of these colors I think you can kind of create your base color with as well. So I definitely think that this is good for a lot of fixes and stuff like that. I'm going to cure this for 30 seconds and add another layer. This is the one layer going in with a little bit more. And this just blends out so beautifully, so natural too. You can't even see like the sponge marks on it or anything. It just looks beautiful. This is a really nice palette. So I want to mix a color. One thing that I don't really see in here is like a pink, like a true pink or like a baby pink. I would have loved to see that. You guys know I love my pink nails. We have a lot of pink family, but not like a true, like, you know, baby pink. Now, I am not a color theory expert or anything, so I'm not that good when it comes to just picking out colors and mixing. I'm just kind of hoping for the best here, but I feel like this color in white would be good, or like this color in white. I'm gonna grab this color. I don't really know what I'm doing, guys, so don't judge me. I also feel like I didn't pick the right color. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing a good job, so I don't know. But anyway, let's just use this because I have no idea what I'm doing, clearly. I want to make like a light pink, but it's not working out. The other colors just felt like they're too corally, so I don't know. I know if I added like more white, I could definitely achieve that. But we don't have time for that right now. Alright, so it's actually like, it's more on the purpley side. I definitely just need to spend some time mixing colors. I need to understand color theory more. This is what we got from mixing that magenta color and white. I can't get over how seamless it like blends out. If you haven't got on these sponges yet, you definitely should. These are great for like aura, like ombre. So if you do like the little aura circle in the middle, looks so good when you do it like this. So now I have 2 coats here, and this is what we got. So a beautiful color here as well. I'm actually so happy with this. It's amazing quality, and the fact that the gel is so thick, it just makes the application so easy versus using regular gel polish. The reason I like these sheets is because I can just fold everything up and throw it out. I hate washing gel polish off of like palettes and stuff. So like I said earlier, these are actually non-wipe, so you don't have to wipe them after. There is no sticky layer on top after they are cured, but for the sake of it, let's go ahead and add some top coat. I am just going to use this one, the Shea one, just so we can see how they look top coated. And obviously you can put chrome on top of these because they don't have that sticky layer on top either. I don't know if she has her own base and top coat. If she does, I would probably buy it. If she doesn't, I hope that she makes one. I'm just gonna cure these for 30 seconds. These colors are beautiful, guys. Definitely, if you've been eyeing it, I would 100% recommend it. So like I said, you can, you know, do full-on nail art with these. If you're somebody who does line art and stuff like that, you can use these with a liner brush and really create some intricate designs. Or you can do what I did and use the sponge and do ombre, or even cover the full nail like we did today. If you have been thinking about it, I definitely would 100% recommend it, especially if you are like a nail tech and you do specialize in nail art, or if you are the DIY girly like myself and you just love doing your own nails. Definitely think it is a great investment. I have some other padding gels that I've gotten from like Shein and Temu and stuff. They are nice, but they definitely don't compare to this. It's also really nice having this whole palette as one, so I didn't have to go and create something myself. I think that this is just a nice clean look. I do like the wood, but I feel like it does kind of look a little bit incomplete. Personally, spending $125, I would really prefer something a little nicer than the wood. Not saying that it's bad, I would just prefer something a little bit more, I don't know, high-end, I guess. Who knows what she would do in the future, but I definitely think it's worth the money, and I think it's really cool. So I am so excited to use this palette in the future. I'm actually going to be doing a nail set either today or tomorrow. So I'm going to film a separate video for that. But if you have been looking into getting this, make sure you guys go and check out Amy's website. I'll have her information in the pinned comment in the description, as well as a link to this product. And I just want to say that this video is not sponsored. I am just a fan. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!